Welcome back everyone to the Final 9 coverage of the Taupo Nui-a-Tia 2020 Disc Golf Classic. I'm Sean from Disc Golf DGens, joined by the tournament director and the course designer Haydn Shore from Disc Shop.
Kia ora koutou katoa, welcome back. This is going to be awesome. We're going to find ourselves a winner. Beautiful.
Front 9 results coming in: Connor at even, Mikey at +1, Willie at +3, and Francis at +8. A little bit of a battle up the top between Mikey and Connor. 4 strokes in between them. We've then got a 5-stroke one to Willie, and then a 6-stroke to Francis.
And of course, what those doesn't show there, we had Ashton Clark and Anthony Rogers charging off the chase card as well.
Correct.
Hole 10, brought to you by Sleepyhead Toys. The reason it's called that, this is another tricky hole. This is a thinker. If you didn't watch the front 9, you would have seen a few thinkers. Double Mando, straight off the bat, 80 metres out probably. Let's see what he's got. Going for the roller option. So there's the 2 trees.
Unlucky.
As soon as I stood, I started to sound like I'm going to hit that 9.
Mikey knew it out of his hand.
Yeah.
And guys, if you have been enjoying the coverage, make sure you like and subscribe to the video. Even leave a comment. Just do whatever you can to help the algorithm.
That's right, and Connor places it beautifully through there. So once you're through the double Mando, up comes, probably on your second shot more so, the golf green comes into play. On the right, that's on the left. On the right hand side deep, there's another golf green and a bush that's also B, and long is also B. So it does get pretty tight, hence the name. What's Willie got for us? Of course, Willie out of Christchurch plays. There's a course down there called Ascot that's on an old golf club, so that's a beautiful shot.
Willie's showing us how it's done. That's where you want to land, is up on that mound there. It gives you the best option to come into quite a guarded green.
Next up, Francis. Hasn't had the best front 9, but hopefully pulls it back on this one. On the back 9 here.
Oh, so smooth.
Lovely shot. His form is good.
And again, all 3 backhand players ending up in a similar spot.
Here's the team. That's you, Sean, on the left, and Paul from T-Box Media. Thank you so much to you guys for getting this awesome footage.
No problem at all, mate. Mikey coming in with a nice little flex forehand.
Flirting with the OB there a little.
And this is what you can see the backhanders are working with. It kind of looks a little pinched, but it shouldn't pose too many issues. Lots of people opting for a straight shot, some of them going for the little hyzer play. You'll see the trees that we're talking about. Ooh, catches that a little bit, but
and the basket's just placed under the tree there, just a little bit guarded, but really was designed to have a sort of a skip up to it.
Yeah. Which
then means you flirt with that OB at the back there. The right hand green doesn't really come to play a whole lot, but it was more if someone really shanked it. Gorgeous conditions.
Oh, and that's the problem with leaving it a bit high. As Haydn just said there, you're going to want to go low to get that skip, but that's the other problem with going high, is catching one of those trees and falling down. That's the line you want to take.
Yep. Tiny bit short, but
doesn't get as much ground play as maybe you'd like, but that's certainly the line.
Might have a wee run at it there, eh?
Yep, playing it smart, laying up. Oh, good shape there.
I think did that catch the tree there?
I think
didn't
so.
quite see it, but it looks like it caught the tree there. Yeah, good putt, just outside circle.
Ooh.
Unlucky.
That's the base of the pole.
You see in the background there the golf driving range, which we had the longest drive competition on the Saturday.
That's where a few people almost got hit with the golf when the golfers were playing as well.
So we had
oh, good putt there
lovely,
from Connor.
lovely shot. We had our Ashton Clark was our winner of our longest drive. Slightly downhill, I think it was around the 140 metre mark.
And now that's really important for Connagh. That's going to pick him a stroke up on Mikey. So closing that gap to 3. Other boys tapping in their pars. And we move through to hole 11.
Hole 11. So it's called Twin Streams. If you look at the blue lines on there, because it was another big open fairway, we decided to put in some hazards. They're natural lowlands, which back in the day would have had water in them, so we decided to feature it and surrounded in blue flags. Awesome hole. Off to the left is all OB as well, and wait till you see this basket. Absolute gorgeous feature basket. One of the feature baskets built by Ash and Audra from the Taupo Disc Golf Club. Massive shout out to them. You'll see the blue flags just come into play there. So Ash and Audra built 3 feature baskets. One of them obviously you saw in the Spa Park footage. What's Mikey got for us?
It looks to be a nice forehand more to the right of the fairway.
Yeah, pretty safe out there. I'd say they're probably disking down here a wee bit.
I would say so. Unless you've got a lot of power, you're really not going to be wanting to test that first stream. No, sorry. You're not going to be wanting to test that second stream.
Yeah, that's it.
Pushing it past that first one.
Yeah, they're definitely powering
landing
down.
into this zone here.
As close as you can to the edge, and then go for it from there.
Yeah. This is probably my favourite hole to play throughout the tournament weekend. You'll see when we get to the basket why. But I thought that this design certainly made you think a lot about your shot shape and your shot selection.
Absolutely, which was the whole point. Again, otherwise it would have just been a big bomb hole. And yeah,
you see Francis also elect to go the forehand line there that Mikey chose as well. That's going to open you up on this right hand side here. You can see this big tree here that Willie's dealing with. He's going to have to play a hyzer around this.
So the first stream there. Oh, he's gone.
Ooh.
What happened there?
Maybe a bit of grip lock?
Definitely some kind of shank. That is a long, long way from... That's nearly at the next tee box.
It is nearly at the next tee box. I believe there were a few chuckles when
right.
I went through. And another shank here. Seems to be everybody's aiming for that golf cart.
Is that a wee cheeky smile on his face? No one's got a shot on the rest of the card.
Connor's just thinking, all I have to do is put it close.
So the basket is... What a shot.
He does just that.
Absolute beautiful shot. So the basket's only 12 metres from, 36 feet from the second edge of the second stream. So it's not an easy layup from there.
And what Haydn hasn't mentioned there is that whilst it's that close, it's also a downhill slope. So if you get any edge on that left-hand side there that you can see next to the basket, you are going straight into the river.
And as Mikey's going to see in a minute, that's going to be a tough putt. Because if he does go long, it's going to... Look at that basket. Gorgeous. Ash, Audra, pat on the back. Thank you so much.
Now the stats for this hole, it played exactly even across the weekend.
Wow, great upshot, Willie.
Yeah, it's a good recovery from that shank. He'll be very pleased with that.
Come on, Mikey, run it. Get it in.
I like this being a later hole, because whilst we are going to see Mikey lay up here, if he's the one chasing in this situation, you do have to think that maybe you run that.
Yeah. I would have run it, mate.
Doesn't matter where you were.
I'm never in that position, though, I must admit.
A phenomenal birdie from Connagh there. 2 incredible drives set him up for that putt, and he cashed it in. Absolutely no fear from that man.
Is that his phone he had down there? Hold on, Mum. I just had my putt. Good save from Willie.
Yeah. Same with Francis. That forehand definitely went a... Oh. Little fumble there with the putter.
Good stuff. Hole 12, oh so good. The signature hole, par 4, 195 metres. What it doesn't show on there is the extreme downhill gorgeousness of the drive. It is absolute money. As soon as we got to the course to design it, we were like, that's a hole right there. Where are we going to put the basket? We're driving off of this spot right here. And the basket is equally good position on the other end of the gully.
A lot of players opting for this hyzer round. Coming in, landing on the slope, skipping across.
I guess that's so they can play even height with the basket rather than playing uphill.
Yep.
Makes sense now.
You also take away, if you are going to go that straight shot or that sort of anti-flex line, you take away the risk of going left.
Too far left.
Yeah, and getting pinched behind this big pine tree that you can see just to the right of where Mikey's drive is going to finish. What's Willie got for us? Ooh, turned it over a touch.
Is he in the water? Water from the last hole.
Be a bit brutal if that played across two different holes, but it straightened out at the very end there, but he's going to have a long approach.
Yeah, that's
nice and tight. This is the line. This is the line. He's going to be a little bit down the slope, but he's going to have the most direct route to the basket.
That's right. And while Willie's doing this up shot, I want to do a couple shout outs. I want to thank my man Ken Harris, the treasurer of the Taupo Disc Golf Club and assistant TD. Hell of a man, just absolutely made my tournament director experience in Taupo one to remember. I will never forget this tournament. And equally as much, Steve Lawson just fell into the assistant position, and we pulled off something special, and yeah, massive shout out to them. This is such a good hole.
Yep. And that is a lovely upshot. It's actually skipping off Willie's disc there.
Nice.
Both of them having good upshots. They are within circle 1, just inside of the tree cover there. You can see the danger here from Mikey. Mikey's actually got an okay shot at this, but if you're any more left than he is, you are in a little bit of trouble.
And hazard there, marked by the yellow flags.
And that's an incredible upshot there at the root of the tree there, where the basket is placed.
That was a great shot of the river, of the stream from the previous hole, just to show how much water there was on that hole.
Yeah.
And then Connagh getting close as well. Big putts here, scoreable for a lot of the MPO card.
Important.
This hole was playing at minus 0.56, so more than half of the MPO field birdied this. So a lot of people will be thinking this was a gimme.
I'm definitely going to put that basket further back. There's another stump back there somewhere that I can find.
Oh,
Connagh.
And that's one he'd like back, I'm going to guess.
That would have added a ton of pressure too, I think.
It would have added a heap of pressure.
Would have brought him in with into one shot.
I mean, even if only temporarily, obviously, because Mikey is still parked under the basket, but yeah, 2 strokes going into, what is it, 6 holes to play after that. It would have certainly put the pressure on.
Yeah, and the little slap there, not so happy. Probably knows it.
I mean, he's still got room to work. There's still time for him to make up those strokes, but when Mikey's taking the birdie there and you're taking the par, you definitely got to think that that's a missed opportunity with how close that putt was.
Every good course needs an uphill, and this is the grind. Par 4, 163 metres. 3 tee pads again, thanks to the Taupo Disc Golf Club fellas, getting 3 AstroTurf down in a very, very short time that we had. Hazard on the left, hazard right up close to the basket, and the basket perched on a wee bit of a ridge, so great hole. Not a big fan of uphill holes myself, but definitely every good course needs an uphill hole for sure.
A bit too straight.
I imagine if your stats on this were probably played reasonably easily though. It wasn't the hardest hole in the world, but
It was in fact the easiest
There you
hole
go.
in round 4, playing at minus 0.67 on the day. So again, more than half the MPO card birdieing this. And I think that was just down to the fact that as long as you've got this drive in your back pocket, the approach shot is pretty straightforward for a lot of these players, especially once you get to that sort of skill level. Oh yes, lovely, just leaking out of there, making sure that he's not pinched behind that bush.
now the basket on this one was right in the corner of the perimeter of the golf club on quite a busy intersection, so good exposure for disc golf in general, and cars beeping and stopping and having a wee look throughout the weekend as the weekend progressed.
My Airbnb was just behind it.
Excellent.
I could walk down and watch this. It was fantastic.
The nighttime putting there, was there?
I certainly need it. Absolute bomb there from Connagh.
Great shot.
And I mean, he's biting off a lot there with that drive, and he's not really leaving himself much to take on in terms of an upshot. So again, it's another one that a lot of players in this field will be looking to birdie, and they'll be a little bit disappointed if they don't.
Yep, nice shot there.
Good shape with that turnover.
Lovely shape. Yeah, so yellow flags again, as we said before. Yellow is hazard, blue is water, red is OB, and green is island safe. But on this hole it's yellow. There's yellow you won't see off to the left, which is around the golf green, and some some golf bunkers, sand bunkers. They were all hazards as well. Got away with it.
He did get away with it. It's the mistake you want to make if you are gonna go low. Definitely go too low. That stump coming in clutch as well.
Too easy.
Great shot from Mikey there.
Like you say, nothing too technical. Whilst we did add a few extra bits and pieces, it was a reasonably straightforward birdie for these guys. Par for the sort of 900 rated guys.
Yeah, players with this sort of distance are able to chew off, enough to lead them this, and that for them is a very standard shot. So Willie parking it. What does Connagh have in store for us? Oh, lovely and soft. Beautiful shot. Not trying to get too tricky there is Francis. Taking his medicine. Grabbing that par.
Another important putt for Mikey.
And he leaves it a little low, unfortunately.
Probably a little bit of pressure, I'd say. Just creeping in. He's
Yep.
sort of 4 holes away from the win.
Yep, absolutely. And especially when a shot comes like that where you expect it to be a gimme, those are the sort of ones that can trip you up. Yep, good. And then a nice finish from Connagh there. So 2 birdies, 2 pars for the card.
And as Mikey said, back to 2 -6 and a -4.
As we move on to hole 14.
Hole 14 Shapeshifter, sponsored by More FM. They gave us some great media coverage throughout the weekend. 125 metre par 3. Look at the shape of the fairway. Really, it was. The Mando's there. It's really just to force people away from throwing left over that golf green and towards the next tee box. But it's just a wonderful. So many people loved this hole. Just thought it was a love-hate relationship, admittedly, but loved the shape of it. It's another one we got there and was like, well, there's the hole right there.
Yeah.
Where should we put the basket?
You guys did a fantastic job scouting this one. It is truly so much fun to play.
Got the window.
Yeah, Connagh absolutely peeled that gap. Pushes down there. And what you can't see from the catch cam is that it's just back from that to the left on the flat, so he's got a very short up shot, maybe even a long bid.
At this point in the round, I'd say it'd be a long bid. Definitely, you'd want to be having a run at that if the other, like Willie, for example, is further back. So yeah, the hole was, in my mind, was designed for a lefty or forehand to get the turnover with a late fade. I think that will park it. Let's see what Mikey's got. Right idea.
Absolutely crushed.
Unlucky.
Now I'm standing just behind the camera here. If that doesn't hit the tree, I'm pretty sure that goes in the basket.
Wow.
So, yeah,
That's the line.
he won't be able to know that from where he is there, and it's just an unfortunate stroke of luck that it happened to hit that one out swinging branch there. What's your preferred line on this? Are you liking the forehand, or are you taking the turnover?
Forehand, yes.
Yeah.
The forehand hole for me.
I'm the same.
Designed as.
Francis getting a lucky break in that whilst he hit the tree, he didn't miss the Mando. You'll see here the shape to the green as he approaches.
Looks like a pretty decent out from there.
Ooh.
Oh, and he's clipped something.
Clipped a tree. He had a hard shot because he was down, so he has to throw a shot high enough to crest the hill, but not too high to bring the trees into play, which unfortunately he did. Willie gets caught up in the little gully there.
We were going to have that as a hazard, but
Oh,
got told off.
yeah.
Want to make the hole too hard.
I think that might have been a bit harsh if you'd have had that as it as well. I think I might have been caught out in that.
Made for a basket little spot there.
You can see Mikey here. If that doesn't clip the tree, I think he's on for that. And he gives it a good bid anyway.
Yeah, so what's going through Connor's mind here? Run it.
I mean, he's running this.
Surely. Gives him one chance. He's got, what, 4 holes to go.
He knows Mikey's going to be taking the par now. He's thinking, if I can bag this, move me to within 1.
Laid up. As you'll see, the gallery's growing. There's a bit more gallery on the other hill as well, looking down on the basket, but the rest of the field and the 80 players over at the other course, Spa Park, were finishing early, so they'll just be finishing now. And yeah, as we come up the home straight, you'll see more people just popping their heads out. It was such a great atmosphere.
Absolutely. Here's Willie for his putt for par. Doesn't quite give it enough, unfortunately. Bogey there for Francis.
Yep, he's got his head down a wee bit. Come back next time, mate. Come back strong.
And he'll feel hard done by with where he was after that unfortunate tree kick. But this hole is very unforgiving. Bogey there for Willie as well.
2 pars.
This hole's playing quite difficult, plus 0.22. No birdies in round 4 for the
birdies.
MPO.
8 o'clock, so a little shorty. Everyone plays off the same tee pad, so that's all 3 divisions. 97 metre par 3, downhill. Doesn't get much better than this. There's one hazard on the left, which is the golf green, but come on, boys, put one in. Shout us out, it's done. One of the coolest tee pads, elevated tee pads you'll play off. I mean, it's
absolutely
as good as it gets, really. Way down there. He's having a run at it.
He is leaking a little left, but he kept it low, so it didn't go too far, which is nice.
Mid-range, I think, maybe. So more of a fairway driver there.
And this is the play if you've got it, because it doesn't bring the OB into play at all.
Not gonna do it.
Thanks for that, Mikey. He's dead right, though.
Take the illusion away there, but he'll still have a bit at the birdie. He's got a long one, but can Willie be the one to cash the ace?
Spoiler alert. No aces for the weekend, except in the Thursday shootout, which was basically a curtain raiser over the short 9 holes at the Spa Park. And we had an ace by Richie McDonald, and yeah, hole 3?
Yeah, 3 or 4.
3. Yeah. That fades. She's not fading. Good shot though.
A little long even.
With a putter.
That's a nice shot.
Excellent. Oh, to have that power.
Oh,
Flexibility,
if
recovery.
only. Yeah.
Yep. Stamina.
I'm not even that old. So a lot of the card will have long bids at this.
What are the stats on this? Surely there was birdies all around, wasn't there? It's right there.
15. There were only 2.
Wow.
Hole played at minus 0.22. So, not, yeah, probably like the 5th or even the 6th easiest hole. Which is kind of surprising because the only thing you've got to deal with is the elevation.
Mikey won't be happy with that.
Mikey juicing that
Leaving
one.
the door open a wee bit there. Just not your day today, is it, with your putting? I get that, mate.
Yeah. Everyone has it.
It's either on or off, and today has unfortunately been off for yourself.
Here's Connor,
Yeah,
chance to make a
Francis.
stroke.
This is a big putt. This is a turning point.
And to be honest, I think it's just the nurse of the lead card.
Yeah.
Like you say, the crowd is building. They're all coming down now. This is the final stretch, and they know that there's a battle going on. Great recovery putt there for par from Mikey.
Thank you.
Getting some love from the crowd. Love to see it. And you know what? Despite Francis's round, it's really encouraging to see him take his time, make sure the routine's going through, ensuring he gets the par. I mean, you won't be happy with this round, but he's doing everything right. Yeah,
Exactly. He's in lead card. There's a fair few people that aren't in lead card on the finals, so he's done something to get here. So take that away.
Take him on another weekend, and he's right up there.
It's at stock standard, number 16, brought to you by Discmania. Really is stock standard. Backhand, right hand hyzer, 120 metres, par 3. I'm surely this played pretty easily over the weekend.
It did. Minus 0.33 on the par. And you'll see why from this drive from Connor, is that if you've got the distance,
Oh,
it's going close.
that's it. What is Mikey up to? And obviously with him just parking that, he needs to park this as well, otherwise it's on.
I tell you what, this man has a lot of different
Get
assets to
out
his game.
of town, you beauty, what a roller.
And we had no idea how good it was until we heard the pole ring.
Fantastic. Anything you can do, I can do better. Very nice.
How's the confidence though, just to pull out a forehand roller when we haven't seen anything like it in the rest of the round?
Also a decent shot. So next year that forest is going to be, you have 2 holes in it. We're going to clear that out, and that's going to be part of the 27-hole course for next year.
I thought you were going to say that there were going to be 10 more trees planted or something.
This year was definitely a tester. We just wanted to make sure it worked, get the numbers, get this good footage, and then put on something special again next year. Really looking forward to it. My wife not so much. She doesn't get to see me very often. Tucked away in the office, but
So is the labour of loves.
We've got an opportunity to present this event and take it to another level again. With the borders opening up, we really expect it to be a draw card for the overseas tour professionals
Absolutely.
and people from all around the world.
It's got to be one of the hardest tournaments in Oceania for sure.
Potentially, yeah. Yep. Definitely one of the biggest.
Yeah, absolutely. Willie with a play up there from outside the circle.
Here's the crowd walking down. They'll be watching the chase card sitting up there. That's the last two holes.
Oof.
Few people there.
Great height. Just needed a little bit of line. Yeah, great birdie from Connagh.
Yeah,
Big
gets
putt.
the pressure up, you know, keeps it on.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mikey, what do you got? Show us how it's done, and then yeah, we're not going to let him take it away too easily.
No.
2 holes to go. Nice putt.
Little bit of a fist bump there from Willie to Mikey. Just a appreciation for how good that
Absolutely.
forehand roller really was. And again, taking his time, making sure you like to see it. Birdies from the two men that are leading it. On to hole 17. We are 2 away.
In and out, just like all good things. Enviro Waste, thank you very much. So basically, there's a tunnel to get out onto the fairway, and then it goes back into the bush further up. I'd imagine this played pretty easily. It was a par 5, 215 metres. OB on the right. I wanted it to be a little tighter. I got forced to take it right out, unfortunately, which makes the whole play easier. But yeah, cool window to get through to start with. It's kind of just having another look at it there.
Yeah, good stop from him there. Make sure he resets and gets his line right.
It's out though.
And that is the danger.
He got lucky with that kick.
Yeah, not a big window by any means.
Yeah. The goal is to get out, doesn't matter how you do it. And you're right, Hayden, this did play as the easiest hole for round 4 for the MPO at minus 0.78 under par.
It's about a half hour, 45 minutes between a few of us clearing out that window for just in a couple of days before to make it a bit bigger.
Yeah.
And yeah, the left hand side was also going to be OB, but I got told not to do that either. Maybe next year. I'll do it before anyone notices.
Mikey would have certainly had a few choice words for you.
Making it too easy on them, as you can tell. That's the window there. That's the window.
And how effortless was that drive? That was beautiful. Gets nice and out onto the fairway. Going to have that clear shot into another tight window coming into the basket.
See in the background there, that's the AC bars. Everyone in their players back got a voucher to go and sit in the hot pools. AC bars. And downs.
And again, 2 players on the card hitting trees, but both getting a lot of love.
And the crowd's building nicely there. So from that vantage point, the crowd can see both this hole and the hole 18. So that kind of middle ground is where you want to be.
Because don't forget, we've got both Ashton and is it Anthony?
Anthony Rogers creeping up. Trying to get as far in as possible. Oh, just like that. That's the window.
Connor's smashing it. I don't even know if the catch cam was in position. He bombed it so hard.
Well done.
Oh no! Get right.
Nope. There's no way through there. That's definitely going to hit and drop.
Yep.
So
the battle's on.
The battle is on. 2 shots. It's tight in there. Mikey's going to have to come up with something pretty special.
Oh, and a little slip there from Francis.
No, he's safe.
Hopefully he's okay. Mikey seems to think that he is. And the best driver of the bunch, Willie, what's he going to do? Now he's probably got the distance here to really have a look at this basket.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, and he's done just that.
Right in there.
Oh, so Mikey's got obviously quite a difficult lie, but at least he's got room.
Do you call that room?
I mean, it's
Better than being tucked under. You're
Haydn.
right.
Hayden, I was in that bush, and let me tell you, my card immediately agreed to give me relief. So
Fantastic.
he's got some form of window, so it's better than what could have been.
What's going through his head right now? Please God. Please God.
Big spike hyzer. Get it close.
Wow,
Yep.
well played.
Great shot.
That could have saved his lead right there and put him. It could have gone right or wrong. Let's be honest.
So Connor's also a little pinched, despite what we thought of his second drive. Oh yes.
Yeah, skills. Gotta have skills like that in your bag.
You
That's how
do.
you get to this level. Few sneaky shots here and there. Good dig.
Great. Now this
Willie for
eagle.
For eagle. Gotta run it.
What's up, Willie? Yeah, boy.
Yes. Connor calling it before it had even gone in. He was
Yeah, beauty.
one of 2 eagles for round 4 on hole 17. The second one belonging to Andy Davey.
Ah, yes. Big arm Andy. Good stuff. Always like seeing eagles. Only ever had a handful myself, to be fair. Needs this putt.
To think that's a recovery birdie from where he was sitting
Yeah.
really puts into perspective how wonderful that
Yeah, that's pressure
third
right
shot
there, eh?
was. Yeah. Connor to keep it within 2. Nice. Oof, would have been nervy.
Here we go, hole 18, down to the wire. This can go wrong. OB right, OB left. Mando on the right, which you need to go left of.
Yep.
Again, really put the Mandos in to stop people just bombing up that easy fairway and making it a tester.
And
Raise
you
basket,
You know what? Round 4 it played over par.
hole 18.
Mm-hmm.
Brought to you by Disc Shop, Disc Golf.
Good to see the players showing each other some love.
Big crowd up by the basket, big crowd on the fairway. This is as good as it gets. Come on, boys, show us how it's done. Pressure in the commentary box too.
I know. Sometimes it's just nice to appreciate a shot. And Willie's form these last couple holes has been on point.
And rewarded for that with the eagle on the last hole.
Absolutely. Connor, you expecting him to bite off quite a big chunk here?
Yeah, Mikey's going to play safe, so Connor needs something special.
He does. He has to run this. Might want to go there a little bit more height. You can see he's not too pleased with it.
That's the plan, Mikey. Safe, I
Yeah.
imagine.
You've got to think there's going to be no risks here.
Yep, decent shot.
Great shot. Set himself up.
Little nervous release of.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Heart will be pumping.
There's so much pressure that goes into those shots.
It's Obi left. I think he should be right. I spoke too soon. My apologies.
Oh. Leaked a little bit.
Gorgeous line up there. Up through those trees.
Yeah, I wonder if he's considering the forehand route here. No, he's going backhand. Yeah, probably a smart play. That's why I'm not playing in the MPO, isn't it, Haydn?
Not yet, mate. A few more years. Good shot. Oh, that is an unlucky
second
out-of-bounds
time
skip.
with the commentator's curse.
Ay, ay, ay.
Unfortunately.
Sorry about that, Francis. Might jinxed ya.
It's just the green here was running so fast.
What is Connagh up to?
He's got to go around the Mando, so he's going for the big turnover.
Of course, yeah, the Mando.
And unfortunately, it catches a tree on the way through.
He needed that to go in, pretty much.
Oh, he did. He did. Again, don't like to call it too soon, but Mikey in a commanding position now.
Another clip.
Another clip. Although Willie's is lucky in that it just immediately drops down.
So what you don't see really on the camera, there's a couple hundred people there. There's 160 odd players, and then there's plenty of people came to watch.
It's a big crowd.
Exciting to see a lot of people watching.
And Mikey smashes it.
All class. Congratulations, Mikey. Needs it to go in.
Oh,
Might as well have a run there.
he gave it a run. I mean, and there's still things to play for both Connagh and Willie. Because of how the chase card has fared, they're still battling it out for the spots and obviously the prize money that is on offer as part of this tournament. So there's still a bit of pressure when it comes to their upshots and their putts.
And the ratings, you know.
Absolutely.
Connagh's going to shoot above 1,000 rated, I imagine, in this for this round. So
you are correct. The only player to shoot a 1,000 rated round on round 4. There was another 1,000 rated round at the golf course across the weekend, and that was shot by Mikey.
yeah, round 3, that was hot. Down to the last few moments.
Players are discussing here as to when Mikey is going to putt his. A lot of times it's left, but Mikey electing to putt now. Congratulations there.
There it is.
Birdie to top it off.
And the winner of the Taupo Nui-a-Tia Disc Golf Classic for 2022.
Holding off a late charge by this man here.
Slipped it in.
Woo!
Great performance from Willie.
Yeah.
He hasn't played at this high, you know, in the league card a lot. You know, reasonably new player, so he'll take a lot away from this.
Oh.
And same with Francis. He
Mate,
won't be happy with that, but
That eagle on 17 in and of itself is enough of an achievement.
Number 2022, Taupo Nui-a-Tia Disc Golf Classic, Mr. Mikey Yu!
good stuff. And that's Ken I was talking about before. Bloody legend, Ken. Congratulations, Mikey. And that's it.
Now for an interview with the winner himself. Just congratulating his other card mates there.
Get as many people as possible up to the Taupo, love Taupo side. We're going to get a drone up, taking a shot, get us some funding for next year's event.
So how does that feel to win that, mate?
Oh, feels great to come away with the win. Was lucky to hold on to the lead. Lost a few strokes, but battled to maintain. Yeah, it was definitely a challenge. Was pushed by the boys there.
How many strokes did you win by?
Ooh, I think I got it by 3 in the end.
3.
Yeah, I was lucky. the other guys got a little pinched at the end there, and forehand, flip master Mike, gets you to the basket.
And no nerves today?
A little bit towards the end, definitely, but managed to focus and pull through.
And sponsors?
Small Planet Disc Sports and Over Champion Discs for sure, and thanks to the guys at Taupo Disc Golf and looking out for me and helping me out, which was really awesome. Yeah, Kit and Roscoe, yeah, and oh, now I've just like mind blanked his name. Steve. There we go, Steve, looking out for me all day and his partner Alice. Cheers. And thanks to T-Box Media for putting on amazing video footage and following us around, running up and down the fairways because it's a long course. Cheers to the team there.
Thanks, Mikey.
Cheers, man.
Appreciate it.
Alright, that was fantastic. That wraps up coverage for the final round this weekend. Congratulations again goes to Mikey for an outstanding performance, and to all the competitors that competed across the weekend. I'm just going to cross it over to Haydn now for a quick little announcement before we depart.
Yes. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Just wanted to say that you're all lucky you get to play hole number 4 again next year. We have put in a submission for one of the majors for the New Zealand Disc Golf Tour next year, so it'll definitely be North Island Champs or the New Zealand Nationals, so keep an eye out. We're going to announce it pretty early and get things underway. Yeah, book your spot. It's going to be amazing. See you next year.
Awesome.